Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new podcast. We are on the 53rd edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I am Mr. Informal. Follow me at Instagram at Mr. Informal. Check out my website, mrinformal.com. That's MRINFORMAL.com. For my Instagram, that's MISTERINFORMAL. Mr. Informal. So there are 4 topics for today. It's gonna be a doozy. So topic number 1 will be New York City officials trying to save the garment district in Manhattan. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. Number 2, Amazon Germany has been caught red-handed throwing away newly returned goods. Yes, they are trashing them out, even though there's nothing wrong with them. And so German officials are not quite happy about that. And so third topic is a California bill will make sure that women will be on the board of directors by 2019. Last but not least, Miss America pageant will not allow or will remove the bikini and the gown contest. I'm gonna have a big opinion on that one. And so those are for the topics for today for the Mr. Informal 53rd podcast. Hope you listen to me and hope you learn something for today. And so let's go ahead and start off with topic number 1. So New York City is trying to save its garment industry. So I read this one article at fashionista.com. So it read the garment manufacturing industry in New York has lost 95% of its workforce since its peak in 1950. Can you imagine that? 95%. And so the city's iconic fashion industry is critical to our economic health, and this package represents a chapter of the century-old fashion cluster that will reinforce Midtown as one of the city's most vital job centers. That is James Patchett, President and CEO of New York City Economic Development Corporation. And so the new plan includes IDA tax incentive plan meant to support continued clothing manufacture in garment industry. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. So the news of the new plan comes about a year after the NYCEDC and the CFDA announced investment millions of dollars in New York garment industry. Some of went towards creating the Made in NY manufacturer campus in Sunset Park. So my take on this, I don't think they will be able to save it. Not only that, the article last paragraph says saving and keeping the garment district in Manhattan means saving valuable employment opportunities and preserving industrial ecosystem unique to Midtown Manhattan. And I don't think they can save the garment industry in Manhattan or even Brooklyn or even any of the boroughs in New York City because of the high living expenses and living wages in New York. You cannot say it's made in NY. Now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be a few items, few collections here and there that's going to be absolutely made in New York City. But if you're going to say made in New York City, is it 100%? Are the fabrics coming overseas and it's just being sewn here? No. I believe that if you are going to do made in NY or made in America, it should be 100% American made, whether it be the materials, the fibers, the fabrics, and so. And with New York increasing living expenses and economic rise, I don't think they could ever bring it back. Even if they keep it in Manhattan, It will only probably last a year. All these millions and millions are going basically nowhere. It's just going to trash. It's a bigger problem than just garment industry as to why New York has always been expensive. I really don't get it. Why is it that New York's so expensive? Is it because everybody wants to live there? So is it basically high demand but low supply of apartments and condos, hotels, or even houses? I know it's New York, and basically it is the heart and soul of USA, and even the financial capital of USA, and it could be the world. But the fact is that New York living expenses and wage are so high that it cannot even maintain itself. So we're losing jobs here and there. Not only that, what is the point of having it made in NY? Why can't it be just made in USA? Why does it have to be made in New York? I don't get it. What's wrong with made in USA products? And the thing about this is that I'm not saying I have a problem with this, is that they're spending millions on something that they cannot bring back. Are they just trying to sustain it, basically? Because that's what it looks like. If they're trying to sustain it, then what's the future? What is the permanent solution here? And that is, I cannot see its future. There is no permanent solution to this as long as New York keeps rising. So, second topic for today, Amazon Germany has gotten in trouble. So basically, an article from Fortune.com, Amazon is destroying massive amounts of as new and return items in Germany, according to a report of the news show Frontal 21. Could you believe that? Not only that, I'm reading this article. So check this out, right? So Amazon employees are saying they have destroyed goods worth tens of thousands of euros on a daily basis. Are you kidding me? Another one right here. Manufacturers and vendors sometimes also ask Amazon to destroy goods on their behalf. For example, because they have a common flaw and destruction is cheaper for them than taking back loads of faulty stock. And so Amazon Germany replied, where products cannot be sold, resold, or donated, we work with wholesale liquidators to buy these goods and resell them through other channels. Amazon Germany said. I really have a big problem with this. And so the German officials and the government also have a big problem with this. I don't get it. I really don't. What's wrong with selling new items or new return items or even refurbished to Amazon warehouse for a cheaper price? Instead of just trashing it and then having it to go through a waste to a trash bin and just takes up space and nobody's using them, and then we're basically polluting the planet. I mean, this is the kind of thing that frustrates me, is that does Amazon Germany, I'm not gonna say Amazon USA, I'm just gonna specifically talk about Amazon Germany, do they even do inspection first before they trash these goods? And if they are not, then certainly that is a bigger issue than it is. If they do, I want to know how much inspection it goes through. Does it work 100%? Is there a faulty software? Is it just a faulty assembled? I mean, I need to know, because apparently they're not giving details here. And check this out. So the types of items being destroyed here go way beyond health and personal care. You see, if it's personal care, I can see where it is happening, such as a used lotion and other hygiene stuff. You get what I mean? And so apparently they said products that Amazon has long been destroying when people return them for sanitary reasons. We're talking things like washing machines, smartphones, and furniture. Furniture? Really? What if it's a plastic furniture? What if, yeah, you can easily sanitize the plastic furniture. I don't get it. And so, when Fortune asked Amazon Germany for information about how much inventory it destroys and what destruction entails, how much materials is recycled, the company did not provide an answer, and that is exactly what I've been saying. Obviously, they're not trying to get into specifics because they don't want to get into more trouble. But seeing these things, I mean, would there be any solution? Obviously, as big as Amazon is, they could easily build a recycling center plant. Like, they could probably do recycled research with so much profits that they're making. And those are a great solution to this problem. Not only that, they could even sell it to other parts of Europe, not just Germany. Why does it have to be Germany? Why can't it be Sweden, Switzerland, Poland? It could be some other country. We got to find a solution before we throw these goods away. Not only that, if you need to donate them, why don't you donate them? What's the fault here? Since I don't know what the specific are and they're not detailing the faults of the parts or the items are, then obviously I can't get into a better solution than what I am just speaking of. But in the meantime, I want to see how this goes. Hopefully there's a chain reaction to this. It's not going to be Germany. It could also be other parts of Europe. Hopefully it also goes through here in the US and Canada and different parts of the world. And we got to make sure that we're polluting less of the earth. And as Amazon always does it, they always see, every time I get an Amazon order, it always comes with big box, and for some reason 25% is only taking up the items that I just bought, and I don't get it. There has to be a way to reduce the amount of waste that Amazon goes through. And so, third topic for today is California bill would make companies add women to their board of directors. An article from rack.com. Companies without any women on their boards would have to add one by 2019 due to the bill. The state Senate passed a bill called SB 826 that would make public companies headquartered in California, only in California, without women on their board of directors to add at least one by the end of 2019. The bill also states by 2021, companies with 5 directors, men, would have to add 2 women on their board, and those with 6 or more men directors would have to add at least 3 men directors. So, this is one of the more game-changing bill in terms of workplace, women workplace. And it is interesting because I was reading this article and somebody brought it up where it could be a problem in some way. And I mean, this is a tough bill. Because check this out, right? So, California proposed a bill faces opposition, and some researchers argue that the tactic of tokenizing women is flawed in general. Not only that, adding women to a company board doesn't touch a discrepancies like race or ethnicity. So we have that other problem, is that it doesn't really solve race and ethnicity on the board of directors. The letter also claims that the bill would violate men's rights. I didn't even know we had a right. Because if there are 2 qualified candidates for a director position, 1 male and 1 female, SB 826 would require the company to choose the female candidate and deny the male candidate the position based on gender. We have a big problem. So if this bill passes, well, basically, and you have 2 qualified candidates, male and female, certainly the female has to be chosen due to the bill. And I really don't know how to even pick sides, or I don't even know if I can pick sides for this, because I can see both sides to this. So first and foremost, being in the fashion industry, lots of women, there's no denying that. And so, does women make a difference in terms of meetings, in terms of discussions and conversation whenever a company is going down or whenever a company is going through turmoil? Yes, they do make a difference. There is no denying that. Having a woman's perspective actually brings out and points out certain flaws when it comes to just all male discussions in the board of directors. Now, do they make a difference in the workplace? Well, yeah, obviously. And do I support this bill to add women in board directors? Yes, I do. But do I want to enforce it? I mean, I'm leaning towards yes. Is just that, you know what? I'm going to lean towards yes. Because I'll tell you why. If you already have 5 men directors, yes, I know that if you have 2 candidates, male or female, I'd rather take the female. Why is there so many men? You know, why couldn't we hire a female earlier on? You know, why not? Why does it have to be in the last resort? You get what I mean? And obviously this bill will only take effect in California by 2021. But what about other states? What about the biggest financial capital of the world? What about New York? What about that state? Shouldn't that state also have this certain bill or this kind of bill? New York should be an example of that. I don't understand why it has to be California. You see, you can already see what my problem is that this type of bill or even this type of discussion or this type of problem is not even done domestically. I'm talking about the whole US of A. This type of board of directors needs to be put in all of the USA. Because if you're just putting it in one state, what are you trying to do? You're not really trying to improve here. What is this, baby steps? No, we are in 2018. Let's take big steps here. I don't have a problem with having women on board of directors, but I do have a problem if it's just too many males and not enough females, or too many females, not enough males, aka being in the fashion industry or being the only male in the company, whatever it may be. But the fact is that we need to take bigger steps here. I am a supporter of this. I just hope that certain people don't take advantage of, don't abuse it. But yes, as humans, it will be abused. I'm still stuck, but I'm leaning towards supporting this bill. So, another article from rag.com, Miss America pageant will apparently no longer judge contestant on looks. The 97-year-old competition is scrapping its swimsuit and evening gown proportions. So, Gretchen Carlson, the TV host and former Miss America, says we are no longer a pageant, we are a competition. Not only that, apparently the judges will no longer judge contestants on their appearance. Instead of the evening gown proportion, the women will wear attire that makes them feel confident, express their personal styles. We've heard from a lot of young women who say, we'd love to be part of your program, but we don't want to be out there in high heels and swimsuit. So Carlson says, so guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Miss America organization added, who doesn't want to be empowered, learn leadership skills and pay for college and be able to show the world who you are as a person from inside of your soul. Miss America, not Miss USA. Miss America. So let me get this straight, right? It's not even about the looks anymore. And I don't mean to just be truthful here. It is about the looks. It is about physically, mentally, spiritually, and obviously personality here. But for anyone who I don't understand why you have to take out the evening gown. Why? I don't get it. So we're gonna see women here in Miss America wearing baggy pants or even stretch jeggings, leggings. I mean, come on. Even workout bras, is that what it is now? Miss America is not just a competition. It is also, when you win it, you are representing the world. You are representing America. So think about it. It's just human nature for us humans to base anybody based on looks. And if Miss America is seen by other contestants from around the world, especially Miss Universe, I'm sorry, but they will laugh at you. They will be embarrassed at the fact that you won a pageant. Not only that, these women work hard to maintain their diet, to maintain their looks. They work out. They also go after school or even go to training in terms of learning English. I mean, it's not that easy. You can't just say, oh, we don't want to be wearing high heels or even evening gowns. I'm sorry. Anybody can look in evening gowns and high heels. All you have to do is work out for it. And I don't want to see any obese or even any overweight women in Miss America. Now, you can say I'm judgmental. You can say I'm ignorant. You can call me whatever you want. But if Miss USA did this, think about this. They would have to represent USA in the Miss Universe pageant. And they're going against every woman in the world. Every country. And is that what we want the world to see? I mean, the world already sees us as judgmental, powering. Oh, the world's police. We're fat. All we eat is burgers and fries. I mean, we're show-offs. I mean, we're ignorant. We're selfish. I mean, how much do we need the world to tell us that we are this and that? We have so many stereotypes. And American women should not be like that. American women should be empowering, yes. Should have a personality, yes, I agree with them. But also be beautiful. And to be the standards of what many other countries should follow. But in this case, that's not the case. Obviously, I may be talking about Miss USA because if the winner, whoever wins Miss USA, will go on to represent Miss USA in the Miss Universe pageant. But since this is America, kind of glad that it isn't. But at the same time, it could have a ripple effect, a chain reaction that might go to the Miss USA. And hopefully it does not go to Miss Universe. Because Miss Universe is basically the top of the top, the peak of the pageant and competition when it comes to women's beauty and personality. People don't understand that when you watch these pageants, especially Miss Universe or even Miss America, a lot of these people are going to be nurses, doctors, engineers. I mean, it's not just beauty here. I mean, there are women who are actually working to have a great future. And it should be like that. But I mean, in these times, it's getting ridiculous now. And so that basically concludes the Mr. Informal 53rd podcast. I hope you learn and I hope you listen all the way through. And just this is what I do in my free time, the Mr. Informal podcast. Check out my website at mrinformal.com. That's MRINFORMAL.com. Follow me at Instagram at Mr. Informal. That's MISTERINFORMAL. So, I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.